Head coach Dan D'Antoni, you begin with an opening statement and then take questions.
Real good ball game. Very athletic team. Both teams played extremely hard. Coach does a great job with his team, and they were picked as one of the favorites to win Conference USA. Proud of our kids. We were an also run, so for tonight we're going to be in the run. So, you know, that's good. I don't know what's going to happen next was a Saturday, but right now we in the run, and that's good. And our guards were exemplary, and with John just unbelievable controlling the game. C.J. Burks giving us strong moves, the baskets, tough baskets. Little West kid, tough defensively, tenacious. Rondell didn't score as much this time, but tenacious on defense. Thought we did a great job on Boykins early. Got a loose couple threes toward the end when we already had a lead and looked like probably going to win anyway. But I thought they did a great job of following. Mark Klein did the game plan and following the game plan, and that's a good win for us. Not a big one, but a good win. We should. I told our kids, we got to expect this. This is not something to celebrate. Got to expect wins like this here. We're a tough out at home, and that's where it's going to be, where it's going to stay. We go to the home court and beat them like that, then you know we can celebrate. But right now we just got to get ready for another team coming into the camp. I hope everybody will come out and watch us and support this team. They're fun to watch. They play hard for you, and it should be a great ball game with Western.
Thanks, Coach. We will now open it up for questions.
Weekend sweep, you were down one starter Thursday, and
he's sick.
Well,
he's sick. No, he's sick. He didn't practice yesterday. He was in the hospital the night before that, and he took IVs right before he went out to the game. I just, you know, we kind of pushed him into play because Bracy kid can get loose, and I need the long arms back there. And, you know, even though he didn't get his numbers and things like that, he affects the play because he's back there and they can't get to the rim as easy. And him and those guards that get after you, and Jansen, I thought Jansen did a great job, Millen banging around. They putting the big D in the big D'Antoni. So, you know, it wasn't bad. The big D is back. Capitalize it.
That has to be a confidence booster that you can be shorthanded.
Well, we can go with John not scoring and be ahead. We can go with Penova not scoring and be ahead. The only thing we can't do is put Corny out there. We probably lose. I'm setting myself up for being at least third best guard here. I'm taking Corny down. I'm gonna ruin his image so I can get it. But it was a lot of fun. Great crowd. And, I was up at I won't mention where it was, but you know he was dressed exactly like me. I said I would call you Mini Me, but I think it's more appropriate to say Maxi Me.
Coach, that key for this team so far in games like this one, Jared knew he had to play defense. Bevan knew he had to play defense. The other guys kind of did their role, and that's what happens when you come out with a 15-point.
Well, you know, John really, you know, they switched. I don't know if you caught the play, but Boykins had just gotten loose and hit a three, and they still were within the range of winning the ball game. They ran a dribble, and John said, "I got Boykins." Switched on Boykins and turned him over, and we went down and had a layup. I don't know if you remember, there's a little dribble out right out there, and John jumped real quick, turned him over. John's defense had a block. He was spectacular. So, you know, you talk about Little West, and John's defense the last week or so has been really, really good. And that helps when you have Rondell because he's another defensive-minded kid. West is a defensive-minded kid. CJ is if you remind him. And John, it can be if he wants to. So, you know, we talked in practice. I go, you know, we got to start thinking we number 9 in the country where we go. We can play. We can shut people down. We can be an awesome defensive team because you got a shot blocker sitting behind you. Jansen can get up and get some when he's in there as a big wing. And you got 4 guards that just play you. And so we should be a good defensive team, and I'm hoping that will continue.
Anything else?
Boys, pray for me. Go ahead.
4 West Virginians combined for 139 minutes, give or take.
Listen, and don't say y'all were. I was the big believer in West Virginia guards playing. Everybody else, you know, oh, you can't win with West Virginia guards. Bull crap. You know, these guys defend their home turf. They come from the little hollows I came from, except for John, he's city boy. But you know, Jared and all them boys coming from the hollows, and you know what? We can play ball. You know, I thought when I was in school, the way the roads were, I thought that was Michigan. Well, Martinsburg was a little town when I was here. You got to remember when I was here.
Guess what? It's grown.
I know. I hear. Well, that goes to show you how flunked West Virginia history. Well, let's see. Do we have one? Stevie, but he ain't with us anymore. But he was a Hollow boy. So
Levi Cook will go home.
Levi's a Hollow. Yeah, definitely.
Levi
Got more in him than I got. I think.
Yeah.
You know, we got West Virginia covered. Great play from them, and they play hard for being here. They got a little chip on the shoulder like I have. They want to show people they can play with anybody, and that's good for me.
I think that's good.
All right, thanks, fellas. Happy New Year.
Coach,
I got a date.
I like this look.
Like I told you, listen. It was like when I was on the bench on the where were we? We were in Phoenix. I wore the little fancy socks, little nanny-panty socks. And assistant coach beside me, who thought he was a real trendy dresser, he looked at my socks and goes, "Mo, aren't you a little pandy?" And so I said, "Okay, I'm just 2 years ahead of you. You'll be wearing them a couple years." So we go back, and about 2 years ago, I looked down, I grabbed his leg, I pulled him up. I said, "I told you, you're just 2 years behind me."